Hey, it's Jim Fisher, aka The Beat, with This Week Community News. We're back on the road checking out talented Central Ohio High School kids, and we're at Hilliard Darby High School this week, where they're getting ready to mount Fiddler on the Roof. Justin Gates is the director of the show. Justin, thanks for being with us today.
Well, thanks for having us. This is fantastic.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about how your kids are sort of taking to a show that sort of reflects a different kind of culture.
As a social studies teacher, it's very important to me to create kind of an educational environment within the theater.
Sure.
And having a show like Fiddler on the Roof, it is a completely different culture, a totally different time that a lot of the kids didn't even know, they have no connection to that sort of a time. So as a social studies teacher, it's important for me to connect them to those kind of environments and have them learn from that. The show itself is just full of Russian culture and Jewish culture especially.
The show is very centered around the tradition of Jewish society, and so it really serves like a key plot point for the entire show, because most of the show revolves around Tevye's younger daughters getting married and the traditions that have to be broken in order for this to happen. So it's really just centered around Jewish traditions and what does and doesn't fly, and how much people are willing to break and bend their tradition for the well-being of their children.
I mean, our characters really mostly agree on the same traditions, but near the end, I think Tevye sticks more with the traditions, and I want more, because when our daughters are breaking the traditions, like at first he tries his best to accept it, but after a while he starts to he has to disown a couple people, and that's not okay with Golda, because she loves her children more than she cares about tradition. Not saying you don't, but
I hate tradition. Out with it.
Probably the one thing that I think the kids really took to and kind of affected them the most was, when they break the wine glass at the end of a wedding.
Sure.
And they scream Mazel Tov. I actually had discovered that with every celebration in Jewish culture, there's a little bit of sadness, and with everything that happens that's sad, there's a little bit of celebration, and that's actually meant to represent the fall of the temple in Jerusalem, and really educational for me and my students.
Right.
So.
I really like the Tevye's monologue and Tevye's rebuttal, their songs in the show, and it sort of gives some insight into what Tevye is thinking about his daughters and having to give them away to men who he doesn't necessarily trust. Plus, they're just really like good sounding in my opinion, and they're really fun to sing. So those are probably my two favorites to do.
my favorite's probably Do You Love Me with the both of us.
Oh, I forgot about Do You Love Me. That's a great.
It basically sums up their relationship. It's awkward, it's sassy, it's weird,
Sassy.
but deep down they really do love each other, and it's just this nice moment in the show.
Lots of great songs, sort of canon of musical theater type songs that people are going to hear in the audience
absolutely.
as well. The kids like those? I mean, is that?
Oh yeah, and actually the orchestra.
Sort of traditional style musical
absolutely,
theater, if you will,
and the nice thing is, like, not only are kids on stage, but John Regal, he's our orchestra director. He's mentioned several times that the kids love playing the music down there. The kids love singing the music on stage.
Since people found out, like the teachers at the school, they found out I was Tevye, so I'll just be walking around and they'll be like, if I was a rich man, diddle diddle diddle, and I'm like, oh, that's the 15th time I've heard that today. But it's sort of like, it is kind of hard to make it your own, because everyone has this like expectation that it should be a certain way, and it's your job as an actor to sort of like twist it yourself, so that way you have your own personal flair while still making it pleasing to the audience. And I'm trying to do that myself. Like, I don't go like exactly how it is like in the movie, but I try to sort of make it fun, make it lighthearted, and all that jazz.
Yeah, I mean, for the student body, especially, the student body doesn't realize how much they know the show, you know? Like, when I came into it, I didn't realize how much I already knew. And so it's really, we just are trying to make it fun for them as they rediscover that, oh, this is where that's from. Yeah.
I tell you, the nice thing is the kids are really devoted to wanting to make the show fantastic. They really want to make the show as professional as possible, and that's part of the theater that I wanted to build was something that when they leave here, if they do go into any type of professional theater or professional tech, whatever it may be, I want them to be completely comfortable in that environment. So.
Yeah.
Is this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy at play?
I don't remember growing older. When did they?
Did she get to be of you? When did he get to be so tall?